NPC.
So yes, it is about early afternoon. You guys are outside, and you are free to explore the facilities around Trevisetta at your whims to try and get prepared. There's the healing center, they call it, a very special inn, kind of a premium tavern, regular, kind of more rundown inn, same thing, more basic general goods store, as well as a general goods store outside the walls, kind of in a more slum-like area. There's a smith, there's an alchemy store, and a gaming corner. Well, as a place of worship as well.
They're one and the same for me, baby. The gaming corner is my place of worship.
That's true.
I remember, if I remember correctly, we were asking about the existence of a factory. I believe there were several factories. Is that correct?
Yes, there are several factories that basically are under Lord Tehero's jurisdiction, as they are the potion factories. The biggest export of produce in Trevisetta is potions. As they are brewed thanks to the magma underneath provided by the life tree.
And if I am correct, we kind of live in like sort of a social kind of tiered caste society, just almost literally like the kind of like lower caste kind of like lives on the lower part of the city.
The higher part of the city, the more expensive the cost of living usually is.
Lord Tehero on the top and people on the bottom. It's a pyramid scheme.
It's a big old pyramid. Have we heard of the T-Rog Alchemy Company yet?
The T-Rog?
I believe they were here. I was told to go to them to curate the eggs that I have to distill their magic.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
While you're finding the notes, I'll turn to the party members.
Yeah.
So I guess because like right now I think we're outside of, we're like kind of towards the tippy top, having just the Chingles kind of ran away.
Okay, so obviously we gotta find the dragon. Do you guys have any plans? Anything you guys want to do before we head out into the wastes, essentially?
I need to make some preparations, and a good night's sleep wouldn't hurt either, but I certainly won't keep the rest of you from exploring the city. I think I might just arrange our accommodations and see about making some use of the alchemy kit that Shemaya sent me.
I can go with you. I mean, I don't think it's for the best that we get completely separated if you want someone to go with you.
I'm alright if there's other parts of the city that you'd prefer to explore.
Well, I am an owner of a new plot of land that I am excited to check out, but that is more or less on the way.
We could split into twos. I'll babysit Word.
Okay, you can fly me there.
Babysit, yeah.
Before we split up and the babysitting begins, I've just kind of heard tell that there's maybe like a nicer place to stay and a more humble place to stay. Did you guys have any preferences on? We got a little bit of money now, thanks to Fritz. I didn't know if you had any thoughts about where you wanted to rest up.
Well, I don't feel strongly either way. I have a feeling neither one is going to be particularly joyous, but...
I mean, we're here in the place where a bunch of fancy people hang out. I'm down to go and be fancy for a night.
Perhaps we should...
We'll check out... So I guess we'll start...
accommodations.
Yeah, we'll start with the fancier place first then, I guess, and see how it is and report back.
Comfy bed, comfy pillow.
All right, so you're gonna go check out the fancy inn first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It sounds like Buck and Lyra are gonna do that.
All right, so Buck and Lyra first. When you go to what is called the Premium Inn, you walk inside and you notice that it's got, quite a few rich folk just kind of hanging out in the lobby, kind of speaking with each other, a lot of networking going on, like hushed, very quiet. And you can see that kind of behind the main desk, the, I guess you could call innkeeper. It's not one that is dressed like anyone that you've ever seen. Very
The
ornate.
concierge.
Yes. You see it is an elven woman in some silks and kind of long gloves and very silky silver hair. Greets you all and lets you in. And here she is.
Yes.
Throw up the
shall-
bitch.
Welcome to
Whoa,
Fue
hello.
Casa.
Oh my.
Hey, you know what? Mi casa. So. Okay.
And she kind of waves you over. Good afternoon. What can I do for you?
I just kind of push
Lyra for.
Am I being pushed forward?
Yeah, I pushed you. I don't.
Oh, okay.
You go. You go.
I knew I was being pushed. I just didn't know if I was being ousted from the
way.
conversation. Yes. What would be the cost of accommodating 4 of us for one night?
4. She shows you a little card, and you can see the prices listed right below her portrait. Standard stay is 10 gold pieces per person, and you can have a premium stay in a very special room for a little bit higher. Gives you a few more bonuses and gives you a little bit more hit points and a free inspiration as well.
Is that premium stay? Is that 50 for each person?
For each person, yes.
We are more rich than we have ever been at any point in this campaign.
I don't know if I'm gonna have the opportunity to pay back everyone for the cart. I know we like cart.jpg. I'll take 200 gold that is essentially Fritz gave
Whoa!
me, and I'll put it down for the premium stay for all of us.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right,
I'll use
awesome.
Well, that's
200
very
Michael.
generous of you.
Look,
Okay.
I really do feel like I need to find some way to pay back the mistake of losing the cart. So maybe this will sort of be a beginning of that, I guess. This is not for you to hear, ma'am. I apologize. I lost a cart is sort of the thing, but we do have the money to stay here, and we are interested in staying here.
She
And it's nice to meet you, and I'm Buck.
She takes the money. A new face who's a big spender. You'll fit in just right here.
Oh, no.
Thank you, and you as well.
She hands you your keys. You each have a premium room for the night.
Oh, well, thank you for being so accommodating. I'm gonna go to the premium room.
Okay.
I guess I should go try and.
Did we know? Lyra, did they say? Did you remember where the plot of land was? I could go find
I
them,
truly
or-
have no idea. I wasn't even
Great.
sure if Ward was being honest about what that piece of paper said. I'm not sure how he would know in the first place.
Okay, okay. I'll find them. We got 2 friends that I'll turn to Fuecasa. We got 2 friends that are coming in. There's like a little owl girl and like a little smaller, sort of a fiend type of dragon. He's like a little tiny. How would you describe him, Lyra? Like impish.
Kobold.
Yeah, kobold. Oh yeah, I guess I could have just said what he is. They'll be coming. They're associates of ours, and they'll be coming by to pick up the keys to their room. If you wouldn't mind just holding on to them, they'll probably mention one of our 2 names.
Very well. And she jots down. You give her their names. She writes down yours as well.
Oh yeah, here are their names as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Also, Fue Casa is the name of the place. Clara.
Oh,
is the
okay.
name
Oh,
of the-
Clara. Oh, sorry, I had it.
That
I
makes
had it.
more sense.
No, no, that's what Buck said.
Excuse me, Mrs. Fuegasa.
Oh, pain.
All right. Good night, Lyra.
Yes, I'll see you in the evening.
She just, hands you your key to your room, and you may go to your room. And I guess since it's just a simple roll, what kind of potion do you wish to create, Lyra? With your
Yeah.
alchemy supplies.
I wanna shoot high. I wanna try and make a greater restoration potion.
Greater restoration. All right. What's the DC on that one?
18.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah. So
Call
I
me.
gotta make a medicine check. Alright. There it is. Okay. Come on, buddy. Oh! Oh!
Nice.
Yeah!
Congratulations, you have a potion of greater restoration.
Whew. Let me mark off one of the, because the alchemy supplies kit only has enough for 5. And a potion of greater restoration. That's good. I feel like we're probably going to need that at some point.
Is that all you're going to brew for now?
I think I'm going to keep, dang it, it won't let me add, it's like I need to do a custom potion. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep trying to make potions until I inevitably beef it and get discouraged. Let me just add that bad boy. Yeah, alright. Let's see. I want to do, let's try greater healing. Why not? Shoot the moon. The DC on that is 16.
16. Okay.
Come on, baby. Pull it up.
Come on, buddy.
10 for that.
No!
No.
Your alchemical mixture kind of fizzles out and just like puffs a little bit of smoke, and it's a dud.
Beans. Alright. Well, I'm immediately discouraged, and I don't want to mess up because I only have 3 potions worth of supplies left. So I'm gonna call it for now, and I think just focus on respecking my spell list for tomorrow.
Okay. So,
Yep.
I guess then we can move on to Word and Fritz. You're trying to find T-Rog alchemy, is that it?
I have a handful of things to do, actually.
Yeah, I'm just following your shenanigans.
And Joe, before that happens, their thing can happen before, but I think Buck didn't want to go to bed necessarily just yet. I maybe wanted to go check out the gaming corner, but if that can happen
Okay,
after.
yes.
I knew it.
We can do that, yeah. We'll definitely do that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna interweave it? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna interrupt it.
First thing I'm looking for is T-Rog.
T-Rog, okay.
Fritz, you'll be my fast travel. We can get around the city without using roads because of those things. And I point at your wings.
Yeah, they are pretty convenient, huh?
Yes, they are. Now let's go! And I run and I jump off a balcony.
Okay, I'm catching you. Fucking hell.
Boy.
I'm like just skitter run, like almost falling. I'm like, Jesus!
I would say no roll needed for that, for the sake of convenience. However, when you do see that there are patrolling guards kind of on the walls and kind of on the higher buildings, and there are some towers around, and they notice you, and they call out, they shout, "Hey, you! You don't have a permit to be flying out here! Get down!"
What?
Huh? Can
All
I?
right, we're
do
going
you want to
down.
fly over? Do you want to fly over to them and ask, or?
Nah, let's just go to a lower area.
Oh, but I wanted to fly. Okay.
I mean, we're flying that way. We're flying away from that guy yelling at us.
Oh, okay.
You're simply going to hide your flying then?
As long as we're going down into the slums, I don't think they're gonna have a real problem.
Yeah, we
Ah,
just.
okay.
There's people.
I just I nod and do a very slow descent. I'm like an airplane.
Circling like vultures.
Wait, if I don't flap my wings, it's not flying, it's gliding. We're fine.
That's true.
Oh yeah, these guys seem like real sticklers for the specifics.
Zelda
Yep.
can fly.
I'll just start gliding then. We're fine.
You glide on down as you get death stares from the guard that yelled at you, just keeping an eye on you, and you are able to get a little bit of like hover on your way to the instructed position of where T-Rog is. Now, I don't quite remember, is T-Rog the name of the person or the facility?
I think it said T-Rog Alchemy.
Okay, T-Rog Alchemy, that sounds like a facility name.
Yeah, the T-Rog Alchemy Company.
T-Rog Alchemy Company. Okay, you follow the instructions, and you do find what looks to be a humble little building, and you can see a kind of stout and fairly built-looking goblin outside, who seems like he's closing up shop. He's got a few little bits of kind of silver jewelry all across his face. He's bald and kind of dressed in what looks to be a fairly nice kind of vest and such. But it seems as though he's closing it down for good. The sign seems to say down for renovations. And as you fly down, you see that it is the owner of T-Rog Alchemy. And you can see his name tag says Borgia. And he notices you fly down, and he shrugs his shoulders. Sorry, folks. If you're here for alchemical, works that I usually do, I've been bought out. So, I've got a few potions that are on sale if you like to buy, but my usual
You've been bought
services.
out, and you just quitting working?
Well, was bought out for not a small sum. Lord Tahero's, potion brewing business is, well, they beat me. Fair and square competition. You know how it is.
So you're just taking the pay and walking?
I mean, I sort of have to. It's a very competitive market here, and I can't keep up. I like to brew my potions handmade with love and care and the artistry that comes with it, but I can't really meet the demand that Lord Tahero can.
That's exactly how I feel about alchemy. It's not just a market, it's an art. And I feel like you're the only person that can help me with something very special. And I'll gently take out one of the eggs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're the only type of guy that knows what to do with this.
He looks around, kind of left, right, and he just takes his hand and kind of pulls you to the side. Where'd you get these?
I managed to stumble upon them with magic that I created, but I can't control them. That's why I've come to you, the artist.
These things. I can see why you want to refine them. I've heard of these eggs. But you say that you're into the artistry of potions, yeah? You respect a good artisan, a good craftsman, yeah?
I am an appreciator of the arts, not a practitioner. I got other stuff going on.
Ah, patron.
Patron saint.
Patron saint.
And he does a little pose.
Give me your choice between a history check or a persuasion check. A history check to try and convince him that you do know the arts, or a persuasion to show that you're passionate enough.
Okay, I'll try and persuade him.
Whoa! Wow.
My passion is oozing from every pore.
Yes. And he looks you up and down. He sees how much you care about potion making, the craft, the
I
artistry behind
convince
it all.
myself to love it in this moment.
The best lies are the one we make ourselves believe.
It's been so long. The craft has been turned into such a mass production here that I've been looking for someone like you for a long time. Tell you what, for the pleasure of trying to extract these things, if I could just have one of them for myself, I'll do them no cost to you. How's that?
Of course you can.
Wonderful. Now, how many eggs do you have?
A lot. Hold on. Oh wait, where are they? The tummy something.
Tummy bombs.
Tummy bombs. I got 4. So we'll give him 1 out of the 3.
Okay.
Bomb.
And he is going to take 1. Are you okay with that? So you're gonna have 3 total.
Mm-hmm.
What if he just immediately eats it?
I want you to work on 2 of these. I'm gonna keep 1. I like the way it works now.
Oh, all right. Sounds good to me. They can be a nice little troublemaker sometimes, I hear. But if you give me
Pat
a
myself
night,
like, oh yeah.
just one night with these things, I'll be able to extract them without all the explosive-y badness in them, and give you a nice refined little vial that you can drink or sell. I hear there's a market for these sort of things.
That is definitely eye-opening. That's a good prospect.
Whatever you do with them, I thank you for the joys and pleasures, the opportunity to deal with such a magnanimous egg. Oh, these ingredients, they come once in a lifetime. Thank you. Here's my address. And he gives you kind of where his personal workshop is. You come here tomorrow morning, first thing. I'll give you 2 vials of the finest potencies.
Sounds like a plan. Say, you're retiring, right?
Well, with the money I got, might as well be. Get to practice all I want now for the sake of it. A few experiments I've been wanting to make.
and maybe I can help with those in the future. How'd you like to, in a long-term, abstract sense, work with me?
He squints his eyes.
No one in Trevisetta asks for things without things in return. What's your angle?
Well, part of the bargain is I'm just giving you a bit of extra work, resources to craft your passion. The only thing that I want in return is once you're done performing that beautiful art that you do, I have a hand in what's done with it.
Sounds like a fair exchange for providing me with the materials that I need.
It sounds like you're a wealthy man, but I can get you exotic goods.
Exotic goods. Aye. Mercenary work has been expensive of late. I wouldn't want to break the bank as much as I've stored up now.
I've got contacts in Satya and New Baskai. I can get you very regional goods. But that's something to consider. I'll let you work and enjoy your craft and see how you feel about it.
Aye. A thing to mull over. Wait, before you go. Who are you?
I am Word, the boss.
He has a wide smile. He has
Not
a
the
wide
God
smile.
King this time.
We're not
God
God
King
Kings
this
to our
time?
working partners.
I'm the god king of my enemies. I'm the boss of my friends.
Okay. Wait, you're my boss?
Yeah. That's such a terrible quote.
I look forward to working with you, boss.
You too, Borgia. And I'll walk away and I'll spread my arms in the sense that I want Fritz to pick me up and carry me away really quick.
I'm the boss. Uppies, please.
Boss demands.
I'll put you up on my shoulder.
Piggyback style?
The two
No,
fingers
he's like-
to the brow.
You're small enough to just sit on my shoulder like it's a chair.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget how tall you are. Now let's fly or hover, depending on the local jurisdiction.
I don't know when I'm in trouble. We'll fly out of here and then we'll land again. We'll be fine.
Saying this within earshot. Yeah, and then I think the last main thing I want to do is, Fritz, is there anything that you want to do before we go check out my property?
Oh yeah, I have free will.
Welcome.
Sorry, I was so absorbed in being your bodyguard, your muscle.
It's hard not to.
I see a tavern. Whilst we were flying, you wanna get a drink?
You want to get smashed before we look at my property?
Of course I do.
Do it.
It's me.
Fly me to the moon, Fritz.
I will. I'll kind of I'll hover above people. I'm not full on flying, but we're above them. People could see us, but I'm not going above the buildings.
Probably just need a few short hops, and then Word will have his fill. As long as he gets 20 feet of airtime, he's happy.
No, I'm kind of having fun,
Heck yeah.
bouncing around the rules. So I'm not going above the building tops, but I am flying.
You do get a few side eyes from the civilians as well as the guards. No one really stops you, but you can see that you stick out like a sore thumb.
Hooray for non-criminal technicalities.
Now, are you going to the cheaper tavern or the premium tavern?
Probably
Oh,
the
yeah.
one.
Yeah, cheaper one.
Cheaper one?
Listen,
And that's not the one we're staying at. We're staying at the.
No,
Wait.
yeah, we're staying at the other one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's up in the center of
But,
the...
but you want to grab drinks at the cheaper one, yeah?
oh yeah, cheap
That's the
drinks are always
trick.
good.
Okay.
We're bar
Yeah.
hopping before we see. It just says a plot
Hotel
of
restaurants
land.
are always so expensive.
A plot of land could mean anything from an open field to a quarry.
Also,
Yes,
I love the idea. You're so sorry, random thought. I'm just loving the idea that Word from now on you can climb up and just sit on my shoulder if you wanna. It's so funny.
Yes.
I love the idea. Lizard parrot.
Yes.
It's perfect for a pirate who is himself a bird.
I love that.
I think, yeah, the deed to the plot of land mentioned that it's closer to the border, so it's outside the wall, right?
Yeah, it says it's outside the wall to the west, which
Yeah.
is closer to the barren area where the blot.
Yep.
Or, that's not where the blot is. That's where the criminals do the handling of or like the prisoners do the handling of all the merchandise.
Yes.
We're also going to be heading west
are.
anyway when
Yeah,
we do the
exactly.
thing.
I said it was on the way, which is why we're just checking it out really quick.
Cool.
Okay. So you go and stop by the kind of cheaper tavern, and you come across it, and it seems to have some graffiti over its sign. Whatever it was called before, there's some paint that covers it that says Mierdkassa, of which the sign is hanging only on one of its two hooks, kind of dangling. And one of the windows is cracked, not broken, but seen some wear. And a few stones on its front walkway is missing, leaving several holes that you could trip if you weren't careful.
Ah, the local shithouse. Can I walk in?
Yep. You walk inside, you pass a couple of humanoids. They look like customers. They seem to be stretching and massaging their necks and arms, groaning and muttering to themselves in displeasure while on their way out the door.
What are they complaining about?
You can give me a perception check to hear kind of like closer
Bam.
what they're whispering about. They seem to be muttering that they did not get a good night's sleep, that they were very uncomfortable, the bedding was very stiff. And you hear a feminine voice shakily call out to them. Thank you for visiting the Elynthi Casa. And you see a gray-feathered Kenku woman kind of hunch over behind the counter, shakily massaging her wrists. She's dressed in some very modest, cheap rags. They seem hand-stitched together into like an innkeeper's blouse. And she greets you. Welcome to Elynthi Casa. There she is.
Aww.
Aww.
What can I do for you?
I think we're here to get your strongest drinks.
Oh,
Definitely top shelf stuff if you... He looks around, if you have it. I don't know how many shelves you have.
the strongest drink I have.
And two for my friend Fritz here.
Oh, okay.
Are you
This
sure
was
they...
your idea.
Okay, very well. She kind of rummages around behind the counter, and she pulls out a bottle of kind of dimly glowing gold, kind of cider-looking liquid.
Wow.
This
Ooh,
is
I do like cider.
This is sun brew. It is something that has been fermenting for a little while. And it is an old family recipe. Are you sure? How strong is your alcohol tolerance?
It exists.
Very well.
I'm here if he gets too, much. Don't worry.
How well do you know this family recipe?
Oh, yeah, by heart.
Can I buy it off you?
Oh, no, I could never. No, it's something very close and dear to me. I couldn't sell it. Ever.
Understood. I respect that scrutiny. And I put 30 gold on the table.
Oh no! That is far too much. For one shot, it's only 5.
I look over at Fritz, kind of confused and embarrassed, and I just take it back down to 5.
Very well. Yep. She pours you each a shot, and it is the strongest thing she has. So I'm gonna need you both to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, my con isn't amazing.
Really? Oh my god.
Oh, actually, no, I'm
right.
okay. I'm
We're
fine.
veterans.
Way to go! The sun brew.
The sailor in me is coming out.
Sun
Yeah.
brew warms your whole body, and it feels as though that you are swimming through the sun, but it's pleasant. Somehow, you are able to hold it down.
Hell yeah.
Some good stuff. Fritz, did you want another, or are we out of here?
Go scan the shelves.
You see that it doesn't actually have a lot of good. It's got like a lot of cheap alcohol, your beers, your spirits, the typical stuff that you could find anywhere. But you also see that it's actually missing a lot of contents. A lot of the shelves are fairly empty. It seems that the supply for this tavern is running on low.
The cool thing about really old taverns is they would try to ferment anything, and even if it failed, they would sell it. Like anything from dates to like old rotten prunes. It's a mixed bag here.
Yeah, I was scanning to see if I could bring a bottle back, but
A bottle of that stuff's gonna be expensive.
not a bottle of that stuff. I don't know if Lyra can handle it.
Lyra gets a shot glass and just like does the little cat tongue thing and is like, cool,
Yeah.
I'm good now. I'm done.
Do you have any homemade drinks good for a lightweight?
Oh, yes. Oh, I have something just for you. Very fruity, very tasty.
Oh, they'll love that.
She pulls out a little humble kind of opaque bottle. It seems about halfway full. This one, not exactly most people in Trevisetta's favorite, but I like it a lot. It's an import from Aguna. It is Agunan white grapes.
Oh.
Very special wine. I like it. It's fairly tasty. Sometimes just a nice little side piece if you are eating a small meal or some snacks. Goes well with crackers.
That's so sweet. Can I buy a bottle of that?
Yeah, of course. Just one gold piece. Fairly easy to come by.
Thank you. That just removing that one gold piece. And
You may
I'll
add
hand it over.
Agunan white wine to your inventory.
Agunan white wine. I'm gonna instantly give it to Lyra, so I'm just gonna keep a mental note quick. Save me from adding and then deleting.
I sorry if you no need to answer if too private. I not recognize you. Newcomers to Trevisetta, yes?
Yeah. Just came in today, I think. Yeah, today.
Oh, okay.
Earlier today, we just been traveling around. That's what we do, you know. We're kind of amazing business people.
Oh, adventures. Oh, good. Yes. Good. Please be careful, yes? People here...
Is there anything specifically we should look out for?
Lots of people here feign sincerity, always trying to make a profit, especially on foreigners. You, healthy skepticism, yes?
I did actually have a question. Do you know much about the illness going on?
Or where they put those people?
She looks around, she goes and, like, pulls the shutter closed on a window. Ooh, we shouldn't talk about that. I don't know anything. I don't.
If we went somewhere more private, could we talk? We're from Satya.
No. Oh, no. Sachi! Oh, no, you are... Oh, no. You are the pilgrims. No, you cannot stay. Please, enjoy your drinks. You must go.
What? Okay. I
What's-
did not mean
what's
to
the
cause you
rush?
distress. Yeah.
I cannot... please, if you draw too much attention here, I beg you, do not stay. It's not that I don't want your company, it's just... please, believe me, you cannot stay here too long. Just go someplace else.
Insight.
Yes, please.
Insight, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do
dice.
it.
Red is like, why can't I be there?
Must not metagame.
Okay.
I'm letting Word do those rolls. I don't have good insight.
It's only a +3. Actually, that's not bad.
You can see she...
Oh, actually, my insight's good. Ooh. I lied. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Can I
see.
just do it for fun?
Yeah, you can do
Roll?
it as well, see if it's higher. If you might glean more information.
No,
Okay,
I
around
have a
the same.
+5 though, apparently.
You can glean that she has some genuine fear for your and her safety, and that there is something that she feels as though information that, if provided, would compromise the both of you. She genuinely feels as it seems as though that whatever she's not telling you, it's for your own good.
But also, she has that information, which means it's
Yeah.
likely common knowledge that's being kept from us.
I would say that's safe to say, yes.
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to cause distress. We
No, it's okay. It's
just want. Yeah.
people will recognize you. People will know who you are. If you stay too long, I will be in trouble. So please.
Oh, I don't want you to be in trouble. If anyone, puts you in trouble, I'm not gonna like that. You serve me good alcohol.
I'm gonna cast message and ask her, at least tell us who you get in trouble with.
You hear a message back. They watch, they hide, they listen, they scheme. The underthrown.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Well, lady, thanks for the swill and the poor treatment. And as I say that, I'll do a little sleight of hand and leave 5 more gold pieces on the table.
She immediately shoves it back. No charity. No.
I wasn't offering charity. I have loose pockets. Thanks for returning it to me.
You don't understand. Please, take back, please, for my safety.
Can I do an active perception?
Yes.
Just to run the room for anything? Oh, come on.
It's not bad.
Let's see.
My +9. I only did 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're lucky that they rolled badly. You see out of the corner of your eyes something quickly move out of view, like from the shutter of the window. Caught
Like
in your
outside?
glance. Yes, outside. Some kind of shadow.
I'm hammered. Let's go look at my property.
Okay, I'm just worried about them.
Nah, don't. And I give him... I don't know, I give Alberta like a genuinely concerned look. Let's get out of here.
Thank you for the drink. My friend will love it.
She, as you like leave, she just like shuts the door and you hear like 3 locks go off.
Okay. I do not like that. They seem like a good person.
Well, we'll have to check back in once we have more information. Or once we've
Yeah,
caused enough of a ruckus.
We're definitely checking back. I'm not letting someone who serves me good alcohol be harmed.
Yeah, that stuff was crazy. I barely kept it in my stomach.
It was good, right? It really warmed you up.
Like, now it's hitting him. He like stumbles a little bit. Yeah.
I got you, mate.
All right. And now I think we're gonna swap on over to Buck, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And Buck, you head to the gaming corner, and you can
before
see.
Sorry, before I leave, I just want to go and like knock on Lyra's door just really quick and just like, Lyra, I just want to let you know I'm probably gonna go down to the gaming corner and just kind of like let her know where I'm gonna be.
I think you hear me go, damn. And that's when I fucked up the potion.
Oh,
Enjoy yourself.
okay, all right.
And I'll walk. I guess I'll walk. Yeah, I just wanted to let her know that I was gonna be there. But yeah, okay.
Great.
Sorry.
All right. So you head your way over to the gaming corner, kind of seeing the crowd getting less and less dense, and then suddenly more dense again. Kind of more ruffians, kind of rougher people, pushing each other, shoving, laughing, kind of throwing drinks around. And you make your way to the gaming corner, and you find there seems to be a crowd surrounding a very well-dressed lizard folk, and gathered around seems to be an event going on. And you see someone that was described to you by your adventurer friend Antigamura. A lizard folk with a monocle, lots of jewelry all around his body, and a massive kind of container behind him, like almost 10 feet tall, with various tons of rings inside, canisters inside of it. And you see...
Oh.
Oh, he's got his own theme music.
It's Chameleonaire.
It's the chameleon.
Come on down, try your luck, and spin the wheel for the ring that will provide you with the new opportunities, a new life. From me, the Chameleonaire. Ah!
So we have a Chameleonaire. I forget why we have the Chameleonaire tokens. Who gave
They were given to us in
Antigamura for helping out.
Igmura.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They're just supposed to be worth a lot. That's all we know.
Yes, they are free. So I will tell you, they are free for one free spin on the magical ring gachapon, which otherwise would be 50 gold pieces. You can spend it after you spend your token. But as you walk in and kind of past the crowd, the chameleonaire notices you and points to you.
Ah, you, a new customer. I can tell. You are one who the fates smile upon, kissed by Lady Luck herself. And with my special service, only the best jewelry money can buy. A chance can buy will be blessed upon you. Ah!
You're talking to me, or?
That's right, you, the handsome bugbear.
John
Well,
Mulaney. No, that's the thing I'm sensitive about.
Well, I appreciate it, good Sir Chameleon. I actually, I was wondering, you wouldn't happen to be the same chameleonaire from this? And I hold up the token to see what his response is.
That's my evil twin who gives things away for free.
He notices the token, and
Gillionaire.
for a brief moment, his smile goes to a frown, and then he shakes his head a little bit.
Oh, the damn adventuring lava. A wonderful customer. Yeah. Yeah, those are tokens. But I don't do those tokens anymore, okay? Bad for business, so no more favorite tokens, only money. But this one, I'll let you have this one, okay?
Okay, I mean, I really only assumed it was good for one, and I only got the one, so...
Good.
How do I go about doing this? I don't really understand. I'm looking at your contraption here, and I'm not really getting how it works.
All you gotta
how it
do,
works.
you put right here this massive coin slot. You put the coin in, you crank the wheel, and then you play with chance.
Alright, I mean, you don't gotta tell me twice, so just get the little coin here.
May Lady Luck smile upon you.
I'm
sensitive about.
I was gonna close my eyes and I'll be like, should I say a prayer to Lady? I'll just, whatever. I'll just do it, and then I'll
Spin the wheel!
Alright, you spin the wheel, the crank, as it ka-chunk, 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 and a capsule, boom, 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 kind of rolls down, exits out of a little thing, and I'm gonna need you to roll a D100.
Whoa!
Yeah.
70.
70! Alright,
Oh.
with a 70, you get the marble ring.
Ooh, this is just a marble on a.
As a bonus action, you can throw the ring to the ground to have it transform into 2d10 marbles.
Oh, Christmas present forward.
Yeah. That one's perfect for an instant getaway. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna spend all my money here.
Congratulations, but you didn't get the special prize.
I didn't.
okay.
Special prize? I mean,
That's
what-
right. Inside of this baby, there's one ring to rule them all. You get it?
Come on.
I read that in a book somewhere.
Right. Here's 50 more gold.
Oh no.
Oh, crank that wheel. See what you steal from the Lady Luck.
Okay,
Spin the wheel. Yeah, 75. Doing a little bit better.
second marble ring.
Alright, you get...
Marble rings.
You open the canister, and you get a ring that seems to be monochrome black and white that keeps shifting back and forth between the two.
The dichotomy of luck. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but always is fun. Yeah.
You get the Ring of Marks. As a free action, the ring can shift into a piece of black chalk and back.
Wow.
Okay, I don't want this to be the whole session, but I do want to spend another 50 gold.
Alright.
I want the special ring.
Oh, I'm sure the odds of you getting it are definitely
Dang it.
more than 1 in
51, you
100.
put another 50 gold into the slot, crank the wheel, and oh, whoa, alright. You get the coincidentally named the Ring of Luck. Once per day, you can re-roll any saving throw.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, I have to put all these in my inventory. It's gonna take me a second. I'll wait till it shifts from my focus.
Oh, that's a good one.
Man, the ring of.
That actually, I think, when Buck gets that, he's like, maybe I shouldn't.
Thank you. Is it millionaire or is it millionaire?
Oh, it's the chameleonaire.
Millionaire, hey, riding dirty. It's a song, but never mind. There's an
Read it
artist
in a book
back from
somewhere.
where I'm from. I read it in a book.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, I appreciate your hospitality, and I will be on my way with my well-earned winnings.
I'll be here if you come by tomorrow. There's a special deal.
Are you okay? You kind of trailed off there. Your
It's a
voice
speech
sounded
impediment.
like, okay, I apologize for pointing it out then. All right, well, that's, I think, all for me, so thank you. Goodbye.
You'll be back.
Oh my
I
god.
got my ring. I'm holding my rings, and I'll move on.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, that's the chameleonaire. If anyone else wishes to go and spend their chameleonaire token at some point in the future, you may.
That was
But,
very fun.
But yes, Layra, I presume you're just kind of like gonna call it a night.
Well, I was,
Mm.
but I think the city has me weirdly on edge. I wanted to sort of spend a little time just observing what wildlife is normal in this city, like if it's rats or if there's like a few birds or squirrels or something that have managed to make it in. If anything is even like alive in the city that isn't, mechanized or just people.
Okay.
If so, I would like to wild shape into one of them and start scouting around.
All
I
right.
have one
yeah.
wild shape left today.
There is, the typical like cats and dogs, a lot of strays around. There are definitely rats as well. They
If
tend
stray
to-
cats are an option, stray cats are what we're getting.
All right, stray cat. You're gonna wild shape into a stray cat.
I sure am.
Hacha.
Okay. As you do,
That's the sound I make.
and kind of scouting around the place, you do experience what it's like to be a stray in Trevicetta, and it is a harsh one. You are kind of told to scat. You're kind of shoved off, yelled at, and kind of chased away by a lot of different places, houses, restaurants, inns alike. Many stores do not welcome you. The occasional beggar will kind of feed you some of their, offer you some of their scraps, but otherwise most people seem to be hostile to you. And scouting around, you do see that it's your typical kind of city animals. There are the odd slime here and there, small oozes that seem to be struggling for moisture, as this place is kind of warm and dry.
Wow.
And
The biosphere is in shambles.
what are you trying to look for specifically?
I know that as pilgrims, we just can't move around the city without people acting. We can't move around the city without people acting natural, with people acting natural, or without people acknowledging what we are and our strangeness in this environment. I guess depending on how much time I have, because it was early afternoon, and I probably, after beefing it on the second potion, I was probably like, all right, well, what am I going to do for the next 6 hours? I'm not interested in the upper rings. I know how the turbo rich live. I kind of wanted to just keep an eye on how the guards are acting, and how the patrons of the lower class establishments and how the people who run them are acting around the city. I want to get a feel for what the city normally functions like when we're not disrupting the whole place.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. No roll required. I would say being a cat, you're able to find yourself in tight spaces and eavesdrop fairly easily.
No downside.
Life in the lower rings of Trevicetta is hard. Everyone keeps to themselves. They try to not bother anybody, and people are easy to tick off. Everyone's tired. Everyone doesn't nearly have enough to care about what anybody else is doing. Everyone's trying to care for themselves. You can tell that, their living situation is oftentimes hard, unstable. Everyone is living essentially paycheck to paycheck, and it seems as though there's a lot of frustration between them and the upper class and them and each other. The lower class seems to be out for themselves. Some of the neighbors talking about each other behind their backs, and there seems to be a very us versus them situation with pretty much everyone. Everyone's out for themselves, essentially. Even ones that seem familiar with each other, as soon as they turn their backs, seem to gossip towards, other acquaintances about the person and their suspicions on what they might do if they were ever to be slighted.
Cool.
And while scouting around,
Yes.
you also notice a familiar face.
I do.
You do. A familiar face you haven't seen since you were in Sachia. A drow man.
Oh!
Except now disheveled, skinny, cheeks caved
My
in,
boy.
and
Buck's boy.
with
Wow, he's not dead. That's cool.
strange marks all across his face. You
What?
s-
Wasn't
You-
he part of the Underthrone?
You also
He was
see
like-
him.
Bottom of the pyramid.
You also see him in shackles, being
Huh.
pushed forward, kind of down a route with other prisoners by the guards. It's Terrellin.
Whoa!
Oh, shit.
Oh no, Terrellin.
Oh.
I guess
what?
just a quick question. Are those the same marks that I saw on the woman I cured earlier today?
Yes.
Or is this... Okay. I mean, they're so fancy, though. It's got, like, 80s disco energy or, like, bowling alley carpet.
Yeah, go up and tell him, Terrellin, you look great.
Oh, I'm not going near him.
I love the tattoo you've got.
I will watch from a judgmental 15 to 30 feet away, as is the cat's nature.
But yes, you can see he's skinnier. He's a lot skinnier.
We need him so bad.
All right. Well, I'm going to, on the assumption that I can get back in if I sort of stray cat my way to a vantage point where I can at least see where he's going better. Because is he being like led out of the city to where the slave labor is working, or?
Yes, basically out, kind of to the
Okay.
outer parts of the wall, along with a line of other prisoners. And
Do all the prisoners have like the crystal stuff on their body?
yes.
Oh.
Oh, I'm following them. Absolutely, I'm following them.
Okay. You follow them along, and they're all similarly dressed in rags and have similar kind of pearlescent cracks all across their faces and bodies as well.
Oh, it's such a look if it weren't so bad for them.
If only that was his own power and not someone else's.
And you can
Yeah.
see that they are looked upon by both the guards and the everyday pedestrians of Trevicetta with disdain. As they are led outside, you can see that they are handed various different digging tools, pickaxes, shovels, and they are told, they are escorted kind of closer towards the border, kind of a few miles out, to the point where you would probably be in kind of open plains and very easily noticeable. If you
Yeah,
followed
I'm
them.
not going to follow them too far away, but just like we were higher up before. Can I tell if they're heading towards some kind of like building or a ruin or just like a big open quarry or?
Yes, they are heading towards an open quarry, and they seem,
Okay.
when you watch them, they seem to rotate out some other prisoners who are brought into the guards' barracks, presumably into the dungeons.
Yes, I did have a question on where exactly these people are being stored. Where on the map, perhaps?
So the barracks are going to be over here, these little two swords.
Ah, with the swords. Okay, cool. All right, duly noted. Yeah, I think that was kind of the only major question I had. I think I'm gonna meander my way back up to the fancy tavern by way of a part of the city I haven't already checked out before, just in case anything else interesting happens.
Mhm. Let's see, is there anything else interesting that you would catch on? Let's see.
Such a bustling city of nightmare.
Yes.
Yeah.
Semi-related, you do see someone else that you recognize. A
Oh,
certain
boy.
turtle man dressed in
God
no.
damn it.
clergy
God.
robes. It's Father Omar.
Wow.
Seems to be conversing with none other than Lord Nicholas Tehero.
Oh,
What?
yes, I did want to eavesdrop on whatever Lord Nicholas Tehero is up to. But from a plausible deniability I'm not gonna bank on nobody in this city having true sight. Let's see. Actually, before I get too cocky, how long is Wild Shape? Oh, Wild Shape stays for 3 hours. I'm good.
Yeah, you
I'm
got plenty
fine.
of time.
I got plenty of time. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hang out in the nearest little convenient pile of crates in an alleyway and just kind of listen in
Okay.
with my little ears.
Then I'm gonna need both a stealth check and
Oh,
a
yeah.
perception check.
Oh, I'm so good at stealth. Hoya!
You're using the cats.
Oh no.
And what was that other one? Perception?
Perception.
Oh wait, what? Cat stealth. You're so
Cat
right.
stealth.
Sorry.
6, I think.
Well, let's just check. Maybe I get to re-roll. I don't know.
Do you have an inspiration?
We haven't slept in the fancy bed yet, so no. But cats do have a +4 to stealth.
+4, so that would be a 7.
That's a 7. Could be worse.
Okay.
I'm a tiny beast.
I'm a tiny beast.
Let me
I'm
see
a
your
tiny
perception
beast
as
with
well.
2 hit points. Oh yes, my hit perception. It's not smell related, right? This is a listening thing.
Yeah, there's a list.
Okay, no advantage for me. All right, just a regular old perception check.
Stinky to her.
Hi.
What
Oh,
if he
hello.
really
I want to know their
stinks?
social security numbers.
Okay, so considering your low stealth check, I'm gonna say you don't catch everything that you would have before getting
Okay.
discovered and ran off, essentially.
It's literally just that stock crash meow sound effect. Something gets yeeted into the alleyway.
Now let's see, what is it that you discover?
What is it that I discover?
What is it that we discover?
This party has a rogue, right? That's what word is for. What am I doing?
You see, he's drunk on his new land.
Yeah.
I'm a king of a tiny plot of land. I've got a 5 foot by 5 foot thing.
Not you discovering the plot, and then meanwhile cut to Word and Fritz drinking, having a good time. Cut to Buck playing a roulette, playing a
Just
spin
one
the
more.
wheel.
I still got fingers
Come
left.
on, yeah.
So, you
Yeah.
catch random words that don't really seem to really combine into anything in particular, just the odd keyword here and there. Pavita, blot, healers. But the last thing you seem to catch Father Omar say to Lord Nicholas before you're chased off by a random guard that notices you is,
Just vibing.
of course, my dragon.
Oh.
And a guard catches you.
Hey, out of here! Go! Scat!
Does
All right,
she
cool.
said that?
Omar said
Omar
that
said
to Lord
that.
Nicholas.
I mean, I knew he was planning on getting the highest position. I'm just curious if he can or cannot yet turn into a dragon. That would be important information for when we inevitably have to fight this guy.
Not entirely relevant now. He's got enough to snuff us out. Not needing a dragon form.
But that would be so much less classy. Does the name Pavita mean anything to me? It sounds a little bit familiar.
Avita is the dragon.
Pavita is
Pavita-
the
okay.
current dragon of Treviseta, the one that went AWOL.
Okay. I think the last thing I want to do before I head back and just slip back in the window is head up to the rich people House of Healing. I'm not expecting to be able to get particularly close to it. I just want to see are they just being shamefully lax, or are they actually struggling more than they want to let on with what's going on?
So, at the House of Healing, it seems to be fairly packed. There are rows of injured, sick, and passed out people lined up on benches, both inside and outside when you gaze through the windows. You do notice that the ones inside seem more able-bodied, a little healthier than the ones on the outside, but it is still packed. It seems as though the guards are checking people. You can see them kind of wave an incantation in front of people before they're allowed in or denied. It seems they're checking for something before they approve them being allowed in. But they seem short on hands inside.
Is anyone inside showing signs of the opalescent disco ball infection, or is
No,
it something?
0.
Okay.
Nobody
Okay.
inside has the shiny pearlescent cracks.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
nobody outside either.
Nobody outside?
Nope.
Wait,
Like the ones sitting outside the healing house. Nobody
So nobody
has-
who's being turned away?
Nope.
Huh, okay. Well, I no longer know what they're scanning for. Huh. Well, I guess all that means is... I mean, a lesser restoration did it. Maybe they're just curing them. Alright, well, that's all the investigating I wanted to do. I'm gonna head back to the inn.
Wonderful. And now we can go back to Fritz and Word, I think. You're going to fly on over to the plot of land that you own, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I wish I knew sailors' songs, but I think we're just gonna have to fly over there in silence.
Oh, hold on. My time.
There once was a man from Nantucket. Nah, I don't know the rest of it. I think it's crass.
Ah, farewell and adieu to you Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. It's seaboard is for
We gotta
sale
reskin it
from
to fit.
old England.
Well, then I do, you Sachian ladies.
I'm just like humming that for you. There you go.
Sachian ladies. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Such.
To you Sachian ladies.
Yeah.
Word picks up on the tune but doesn't get the lyrics.
So you find your way over to the plot of land, and it seems as though it is some very, very kind of unkempt farmland, like something that would have been a ranch, a modest ranch, but the ground does not seem fertile, so it might as well just be something to build housing on. You can see that there is a rundown shack with some old wood that's molded over and could be snapped by like one hand if you needed to. But it is a plot of land.
Like a storage shed, or like how big is it?
It looks like it would have been like a small, modest house, but the roof has been caved in. The walls are barely holding it together. There's like no support structure at all inside.
So like maybe a 10 foot by 10 foot or something?
Something like that, yeah. And
How big is the full plot of land?
the full plot of land? We'll say is about like 2 acres.
Jesus. That's actually wildly expensive these days. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
2
take
acres
it.
of land to do what you so wish. Granted, it is fairly close to the border, and you can see that there is kind of explosive and like arcane residue kind of around the place. It seems as though fights do happen this far out away from Trevasetta, whether it be with blot or monsters, whatever it is that's over the border, you are not protected from.
Okay. And the people all the captive criminals who load cargo, is this near them, or is this...
It's about you can see them a little bit. It's like a jog away. You can see them. They're kind of in what looks to be a quarry of some kind. And like if you listen closely, you can hear them tinging away.
Yeah, instead of like a full little session over there, can I do like a perception check maybe to see how general conditions are, like what goes on over there, maybe what some of the
Yes, you
I don't
may.
know, things that Word would look for to exploit.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
That's a nat
he's
1.
too drunk.
They sure are
That's
looking
too far away. 30 feet.
They are sure looking like they're miserable, for sure. That's easy to tell. And they look tired. They look desperate. But that's, pretty obvious.
All right. This was a disappointment. Are you ready to... well, I guess we have to walk back. Are you ready, Fritz? Now that you've seen the kingdom where I plant my seeds and I gesture to the cracked earth. This is mine.
One of the boards from the shack just falls over.
It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah, you could say that.
Hey, some land is better than no land.
That is very true.
Wait, hold on. Couldn't you get granted lord status now that you own a piece of land here?
Oh, this is like that one scam about like buying single feet of land in Scotland.
I have one of those deeds on my wall.
No. Come on, that's not even how it works.
I know, but it's not. It was $50. I'm gonna pull out my, I think, makeshift humanoid skull, and I'm gonna put it on the property.
So nobody fucks with me. Let's go.
And I walk away.
As you are walking and heading back to Trevisetta, you hear the voice of Nonstop Begonias in your ear.
Yes, it's all coming together. Oh, that thing you pulled with that goblin, that was delicious. And now you have a plot of land. Very nice.
The early makings of greatness.
Indeed.
I mean, the greatness is already here, but you gotta build the story.
Then I think it's due that I uphold my end of the bargain now. That elven man, I notice you have quite a bit of adversity with him.
Is that
Lord Tahero?
Lord
Yeah,
Tahero,
Tahero.
yes.
okay?
Yes.
If you would like, I can pull some strings. He seems like he's got secrets. I can snoop if you want.
I want to know everything you have on that guy.
Oh, let's not get too hasty. I can try my best, but I have my limitations.
Do what you want, then. I'm sure anything that you bring to me will be very helpful.
Of course, boss. I will see you in... what do they call it? 2 days.
I thought he was gonna say hell.
Take your transcendent time.
Don't get too lonely without me.
I chuckle ironically to myself. He doesn't hang out that.
All right. Thank you, Begonias.
All right.
I would offer you something, but that's not how you work.
No, you'll know.
I like having patient friends.
And he sort of like shoos him into the ground.
Okay, go on, get. We're done.
Nonstop Begonias will see you back after 2 long rests.
All right.
With some...
And within 1 long rest, we'll have a couple of stat increases for somebody.
Yes, you will, actually.
Ooh.
From those distilled, delicious egg potions, yeah.
I want to plant a bean here.
You want to plant the bean?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Let's plant the bean.
I forgot you had bean.
Can I help
Yeah.
you?
Yes. Do you want to plant a bean too?
Oh
Yeah,
my
can I plant
God.
the bean?
Campaign derailed. We have to fight a mummy lord.
Oh, no.
Yeah, go ahead and plant a bean in your new plot that you own in Outer Trevisetta.
I'm just a
I'll
simple
do mine, and then Fritz, do you want to do yours?
We're
Yeah.
doing 2 beans.
Ooh.
Oh. A geyser erupts and sprouts water, beer, berry juice, tea, vinegar, wine,
Yo!
or oil.
GM's choice.
There's vinegar in them thar hills.
We struck black gold, lads.
Since
Ironically perfect.
you... Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna regret this, but since you are in the premier location for Trevisetta's valuable resource from the life tree, you sprout out of the ground a geyser and a what do they call it? What do they call it when it's a source of like oil?
A well?
A well. You sprout a well of magma. You
Oh no.
a danger
A
in any other
geyser.
province, but a valuable source of produce in Trevisetta.
Spring of magma. I'll add that to the plot of land that we can tap into that.
After the geyser stops spewing, you have a source of thermal energy that you can use to start perhaps
Oh,
some kind of
gosh.
production.
We're gonna be rolling in obsidian, boys.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe plant yours a little further, like over there.
Yeah. I'll scooch over a lot. I'll like do the little bird hop, and I'm like, okay, now I'm nervous. Very carefully plant it, and then quickly jump back. I'm like, I'm being safe.
Do you want me to press the button, or do you
Yeah.
want to roll the
Since
perception?
you have
Press the button.
all right.
Ha ha.
An animate, immobile stone statue in your likeness rises. It makes verbal threats against you. If you leave it and others come near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains and directs the newcomers to find and attack you.
Oh, shit.
The statue becomes inanimate after 24. Oh, inanimate. Okay, I was
Thank God.
worried. I was thinking like ambulatory after 24 hours.
So, yes, Fritz, a statue exactly in your likeness sprouts up from out of the ground and looks you dead in the eye, and you hear it say, "Your feathers are crooked."
Huh?
I also gasp.
Oh no, she didn't.
You don't even have feathers.
Your feathers are stone, and they're crooked.
At least they keep me grounded. Your head's in the skies.
That didn't make sense. That's what I'm supposed to do. What? I'm like now confused. I'm like, am I not supposed to be in the sky?
Of course you'd be confused, airhead.
Oh!
Uh,
I'm just like sitting there like, what did I do? I wanted to foster some agricultural stuff, not...
size me up, you stone heathen.
And I walk up to the thing.
How am I supposed to? I can barely see you with how short you are.
All right, let's get out of here. It's mean to everybody. I hope it stays forever and rots with my property. That is you, though. How do you feel about it?
We don't know what it does, right?
No, it's just been mean to us. That's all we know.
I'm just like, oh, I don't like it being upset at me. Did I do something to upset you?
No, you're perfect. We should bring Buck out here, though.
I'd
No, I'm gonna can I ask it? Did I do something to upset you?
Yes, being a half-decent courier.
All right, that's the dumbest seed I've ever seen.
It's made of stone. I don't know. I'm gonna try and throw a punch at it, I guess.
Maybe the magma will get it.
Give me,
It will melt it.
yeah, a strength roll, like an
Wait,
attack.
can we melt the stone? Oh, that's a bit meta. I'm killing.
Not the 0 bludgeoning.
I mean, you do have a hole of magma nearby.
Yeah. I can't push the thing though. Can I like dig a little? Because it's stationary. Could I dig like a little moat to like guide the magma to slowly burn this thing down?
Yes, I'm gonna say it's gonna take you quite a bit, maybe like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes to do so at the distance.
I get started, and after 3 minutes, I'm like, Fritz, do you want to just leave?
Okay.
That thing's probably just speaks the opposite about what's true of you.
Mhm. Okay, I'll wait by the entrance to give you a lift bag.
Oh.
Yeah, give me a second.
I like to take a minute to chisel with the fire dagger that I have into its forehead. Like I carve almost portions of its face off, and it just says liar.
Ooh. As to be expected, you don't normally finish anything anyway.
Ooh.
You have no idea.
And I walk away.
Alright, well, you're just gonna leave this mean statue with liar carved at its forehead.
Oh, I love how you're more you're like, no, you don't talk to my bird friend like that, liar.
We are so mean to statues on this show. Specifically Word.
My black paint just to
No.
I douse it insultingly,
Okay.
and I leave.
Alright, you leave the statue to its hurling insults as its voice kind of fades out over the distance. And as you head home, let's finish it off with Buck. Let's say, last thing that we're gonna do, and Trevor said for this session, because a shorter session today, because I got things I gotta do. So sorry, chat. But
Yes.
Buck, is there anything else you do coming back to you?
I'm looking at the 3 rings that I have, and I'm just kind of like picking at them in my big old paw. I guess I don't necessarily want to leave the gaming corner just yet, because I kind of wanted to come here to maybe get a little bit of information about I also kind of wanted to get a little information. Is there like a person I can talk to, or
There's plenty people around. They're partying, they're gossiping, they're talking around, although there seems to be already established in-groups, and you are a stranger in the strange land. So it might
City's
take a
so
little bit
mean.
of, it take a little bit of social skills to get through.
Well, maybe what I can do, because I had luck with it last time, is I don't know. I know it's a little bit of a walk since it's on the other side, but like the House of Faith, if I could maybe like check that out really quickly.
You want to go check the house?
It seems like everyone else has been taking. Everyone else has. There's enough time passing where it would make sense for me to do that. I think.
Okay.
To walk there and check.
I would
that
say
out.
so. Yeah. All right. So you head in. You see that it is a temple of the Eternals. It doesn't seem to be to any specific god like the other provinces would be. It just seems to be a place of general worship, whatever it is that strikes your fancy. You do see that it's not putting in as much effort into kind of upholding religious values as the other ones are as a result. And also, it seems as though you're a religious man, you know what to look out for. It seems as though they're a little bit more exploitative, asking for alms and trying to prey upon people's goodwill. But,
yeah, go ahead.
It's not demanded of you, but it is asked, and it does seem to prey upon kind of the more desperate folk who are looking for guidance and wisdom and kind of just meaning, but it's preying upon their insecurities, and you can tell as a religious man.
Is there a lot of is there a lot of people in this place of worship?
No,
like
it seems as though not a lot of practitioners of religion, at least not at this time of the day. If there are, maybe this is not the time they come, but you can probably guess this place isn't used a lot. But inside, you do see, surprisingly, a very familiar turtle man as well, who seems to be praying at one of the pews. It's Father Omar.
Oof. I'm looking around like, oh god, that's not good. I will go down and kneel, genuflect, and then kneel down next to him and just I guess sit by him. Is he in like a pew, or is he sitting, or is he kneeling, or what's he doing?
He's kneeling. It seems as though he's holding kind of his fan necklace in his little grip, very gently, and without opening his eyes as you come sit next to him.
Hello, Buck. Has your journey been good?
It's definitely been eventful, Father Omar. It's nice to see a fellow, friendly face here.
Likewise.
Surprised to see you so far from Satya.
I get around, being head of the church, and Satya has its benefits, and the lords give me a nice means of getting around where I need to. Lots of very lost souls in the kingdom need some guidance.
And with the lords of around here caring about where you need to be, what particular necessity takes you to Trevisit at this point in time?
He opens his eyes and he looks up at the upper part of the cathedral.
Confessing sins. There's business I have to do here, and also peace I have to make. You understand.
To an extent, Father. I guess you probably get a lot of people in here with a lot of prayers. I don't know if you had heard about the terrible, terrible sickness that's been going around.
Oh, yes. Awful, that sickness. And so awful that those people would partake in it as well.
Come again? Partake in it?
Oh, yes. Oh, you probably don't know. Well, this is very, very confidential information, but I can trust you, can't I, Buck? One man of faith to another.
Oh, Father, yes. Of course, you can. I'd like to think so, to the extent that we've, as far as you can tell, obviously, we've kept our secrets about the goings-on of the church in Sasha, and not looked into it any further, so I'd like to think we've earned some amount of goodwill with you and your compatriots.
Indeed. Well, see this new disease,
One moment. And he waves his hand. All the shutters close. The lights go out. Some of the candles light up a blue light similar to the one you saw in Nuba Sky when you were talking with that male courtesan. It's a very similar incantation. Presumably one to keep prying ears and eyes out.
this disease, however the actual means of contraction, being infected is no mere accident. And thus, those afflicted can only assume they deliberately go out of their way to do so. And they're enemies of Elynthi for bringing such a awful, terrible thing into our lands.
I'm confused, Father. Why would anyone willfully subject themselves to at least from what I can tell, some sort of deadly illness? What benefit would that bring to them?
Oh, because they are corrupt, they're sinful, they are unscrupulous. Some people, they just can't be reasoned with. They do things that we don't understand. All that we can do is make sure that they do not ruin a good thing we have.
I've, at least in the short time I've been here, Father, walked among some of these people, and I gotta tell you, I mean, maybe I'm not as good a judge of character as you are, but it seems that, at least for the people I've met that seem to be inflicted with this disease, they don't appear to be sinful.
Oh, of course. The spider does not look very threatful to the ant when it's laying upon his back.
Well, obviously I understand you to be a man of peace, but a man of action. I mean, what's gonna happen to these people? I mean, is the church in seek of a cure for either the body or the of the soul?
Oh, well, of course, but we cannot cure some things, my son. And I think it best you not ask too many questions. Yes?
Oh, I didn't come here to ask questions, Father. Of course, I just was hoping to seek a little bit of absolution, I guess.
You wish to make a confession?
Yes. I wish to make a confession.
Very well, go ahead.
The light, everything is still like dark and the like.
Well, forgive me, Lady Luck, for I have sinned.
Oh, Lady Luck, I'm sorry. I mean no offense by this, Buck, but you do not believe in that hogwash anymore. That's superstition. There is no Lady Luck. She is not a part of the Pantheon. She's a story made up by gamblers. I thought you were better than this. I was hoping that your journey through the provinces would teach you this.
Father, perhaps you can understand, one man of faith to another, that I come here in full sincerity of my beliefs, and I believe everyone's entitled to their own opinions and perceptions, but I do wholeheartedly believe in the faith that I follow.
A gambling man is a threat to good society, my son. Following the path of a gambler is a threat. I can't rightly let you walk that path.
And you feel something cold and sharp
God
on
damn
your
it.
neck.
You and your friends have been gambling. Very, very much, and I've seen it. And I say, it's better that you don't. Just walk the path you were given. There's no use taking those chances, right? You've got a good thing going. Don't throw it all away.
So I feel like what I could imagine to be a weapon of some sort, like press. Is this a physical thing or like
Yes,
a sensation
physical.
of like? So like I literally feel like a weapon against my neck from
The back,
behind, like
from
I'm facing him.
behind.
Okay.
What you and your friends are doing, it's a gamble, and you are so promising, you young individuals. You've got a very promising future ahead of you. Don't waste it.
Father, let me try to explain this in a way as best that only I can. I've never sat down at a table and been 100% sure of exactly who's holding the cards and knowing what cards they're holding. But right now, I'm very aware of the cards that myself and my friends hold, and I like my odds. So I want you to think very carefully before you make the next move.
The cold steel retracts from your neck. And the lights return to normal.
I appreciate you coming here, Buck. It genuinely is nice to see you again. You play with cards, yeah? I also like to play with cards. I like to stack them. You know the best way to build a house of cards, Buck?
Enlighten me.
Gluing them down.
He pats you on the shoulder,
Welcome to Trevasetta.
and he walks out of the church.
I really thought he was going to be like in a pyramid shape, but
I leave.
I think that's a good place to call session.
god damn.
Ooh.
There's so much.
Wow. I like that
Let's-
initially we were like, oh, like a shopping episode, and then it turned into subterfuge.
Oh gosh, I almost got killed.
Now, so all other plans aside, we deal with the underthrown here.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
The
I
line must
don't
be
want
drawn.
to
Yeah.
do that either.